So about a month or so ago, I ever tell you about I went to Los Angeles for the weekend?
You
yeah,
went to Los Angeles?
Saw my sister.
City of the Angels?
Yeah. One of the things, I slept in my nephew's bed, and he had this thing called a weighted blanket, right? And I've never used one before. And I had the most incredible night of sleep. So I'm at my doctor. Has a patient that is also known. He's a doctor. His name is the Sleep Doctor. I've talked about him before. And I saw him at the doctor's office, and we were talking. In fact, I've invited him on our show. The guy's fascinating. He's written books, and he endorses certain products. And I was telling him about the Oura Ring and my score on the Oura Ring, which monitors sleep. And I told him how I slept with this weighted blanket. And he goes, "Oh, I have a weighted blanket company or something like that." I'm like, "Oh." He goes, "I'll send you one." Anyway, I got it in the mail yesterday.
How many pounds?
12 pounds weighted blanket. And when I'm reading the directions, because you know how I normally just do it, I don't read the directions. I thought, let me read the directions. It seems simple. It's a blanket, right?
I didn't realize there's directions to a blanket.
There are some directions to blanket.
Okay.
But on it says how it works. And then it says on the blanket that helps people with autism and ADHD. Now, I've been diagnosed by psychiatrists with ADHD, which is adult deficit Thunderdome.
Tampering.
Yeah, tampering. And then lately, or for what people have made some comments that maybe I'm on the spectrum, the autism spectrum, right? Which
Oh, really?
I can accept that. Yeah,
People besides me?
yeah, besides you, my sister and some other people, like serious stuff. I've never investigated that, but sometimes now I think that I'm totally different than other people. Something's wrong with me. Anyway, I put on this blanket last night. And I wore the Oura Ring. And when I woke up this morning, I, first of all, had the best night's sleep. I felt like I had the best night's sleep. And my sleep score was the highest it's been. I had the most deep sleep, the most REM sleep ever.
Well, that's amazing.
I know. Now, is it the blanket or is it something else? I
Might be in your head that you have the blanket.
I've been tweaking certain things in my house. Like I make my room 65 degrees, right? I try to stop eating at a certain time. So the only two things I did differently yesterday, and I've done one of them before, was I tried a hot tub an hour or two before bed because I heard that makes your body relax. And then I did the weighted blanket. And I'm just like, holy smokes.
You're on cloud nine today. Look at you.
I am.
Right?
Such a great mood.
I am, huh?
Don't you remember the weighted blanket craze that was going through
Yeah.
this studio? Because I had one. The only reason I stopped using it is because, well, quite honestly, one of my dogs got sick enough on it that I couldn't get it clean. But I liked it when I used it. And I forgot all about it until you brought up just getting one from
It
the
is
sleep
really
doctor.
Right,
so
like
nice.
it probably didn't make the impact on you that it made on me.
Right,
I mean,
it's
you're
like-
not on the spectrum. You don't have ADHD. I do.
That I definitely do.
A weighted blanket is like a big hug.
Yes,
It's so
I think
nice.
it must do something to make you feel like you're back in the womb.
I don't know.
Possibly. I don't know.
Scott actually got me one months and months and months ago, and I did not enjoy it.
You don't have ADHD and you're not autistic.
I
Okay.
liked my
I don't
weighted-
think it's just for ADHD
I know,
and
but
just
I think-
autistic people.
I
A
think-
lot of people really enjoy
Yeah.
it. It's
I
just
think
not
if
my
you
thing.
enjoy it, there must be something of that.
I don't know.
But
I don't
what-
think so.
No.
I
I
think
do.
that some people like it. I liked my weighted blanket. The only problem that I had with mine is that it had a covering over it, like a cheetah print plush covering, and the weighted blanket would always fall to the bottom, so it was never symmetrical.
Oh,
and it
that makes
bothered
sense.
me.
Oh yeah, that
Weight
would
at
get
the
annoying.
bottom.
Yeah,
Like if
yeah.
I go out of town this weekend, I'm taking it with me.
It's heavy to carry around
I
in the
12
airport.
pounds. Oh, I'm not. I don't see myself getting on it.
Okay,
but
I was gonna say.
I want one. You know how little kids carry a blanket with them? This will be my blanket. I'm going to sleep with it again tonight and see how it goes. But it
Feet
was
in or
amazing.
feet out? What are the directions? Because that feels like
It doesn't. It's almost like it's. You ever seen one of those sandwiches and all the bread, all the meat's hanging out of
Yeah,
the sides?
yeah.
That's how I am. It's
Okay.
not. It's only. It's like a single weighted
Like
blanket.
a torso
Like the one
cover.
in my nephew's house. When I stayed with my nephew, it was like a king size bed. Weighted blanket. This literally looks like a sleeping bag that's too small for me. But so it was like on my shins to my neck, and it felt really good.
Why don't you bring it in here for like during commercials
No
and
way,
stuff?
man. That's just priceless.
You need to get a
Someone
bigger one.
steals
then.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wish I remember the brand too. It's like Renzi, maybe. Does that make sense? Renzi.
Don't you feel like it's calming for you? So when you get maybe a little heated up about things here in the studio, we just put your little blanket on you and kind of calm you down.
I'll take it to the meetings with management.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Take
used
a
to try
little
to.
cocoon.
I used to try to get you warm milk in those situations. Now we got the weighted blanket.
John, go get your blanket.
I need a weighted blanket jacket.